folks. So I'm hands free. Oh my gosh. This is cool. So I'm trying out my little phone claw holder. So it still wiggles when I talk, but at least I can express myself with my hands. I wanted to share something very special with my YouTube subscribers, and it made me think on a large scale. So I have this letter from Memorial Care, and they are the medical facility that helped treat me when I went in for, I didn't go in for the C word, 19. I went in for something else. And I went in for an anxiety attack. And long story short, if you don't know the story, I've been having anxiety for a long time. This wasn't a weird feeling beyond uncomfortable, and I went to the ER, and then I strung a fever. I reached a fever pitch, Adele. So, yeah, I had a 101 temperature outside, went inside. Temperature kept elevating. Heart rate kept elevating. Blood pressure kept elevating. Did I say that? Blood pressure, fever, heart rate. That's the indicator of the C word. The indicator. And I'm a primary source. And it's my own story. My freedom of speech, my First Amendment rights. So for anyone, I have fair use of speaking out on my own experience. Letters right here. And it classifies that it is an infection. The beautiful thing about it is they're going to utilize my antibodies in my plasma. And the antibodies are going to be studied and utilized. See, they know how to extract the antibodies from blood plasma. Because I was always concerned, like, I have already a pre-existing condition, so I can't help anyone. But this letter, the head nurse and the board already know my condition. So for them to know my condition, and then they said after the evaluation, they will contact me and let me know. I don't think I might be an eligible. We'll see. We'll find out. But I know if I'm on medications for specific things pre-existing, to take those religiously. And hopefully I can be able to help shift this paradigm. I'll be someone, at least if I can't donate my blood to another person, at least they can study my antibodies. So I'm happy to be someone selected to help many, 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 many people and help many people recover. So I want to reiterate on what the blood of Jesus means. It doesn't mean my blood, let's be honest. I am not Jesus. And this topic is kind of heavy, so I have my amethyst with me for reminding me that I am protected by the light. I am protected, and I also need to ground myself. So it's a very short video. When you renounce the blood of Jesus, you are basically, it is like, when you make an oath at the court, you tell the whole truth, nothing but truth. So help you God. That's you producing melanin because your adrenal glands and I feel like a Shira right now. Hey, Shira. Your adrenal glands are producing melanin, helping your body produce melanin because it's advancing. And you're, if like for me, I'm an athlete, I'm a dancer, I'm a performer. So when I'm energetic like that, I get that muscle fatigue and I'm shaking and vibrating, which caused me anxiety for so long because my body was constantly producing something. It was constantly, it was like a overdose of, because of my skin complexion and my eye color. I'm like a cat. So at night, my eyes are black, but in the daytime, my eyes are brown. If you guys really know me as, if you really, you don't have to like see me every day and talk to me every day. The connection that I have with certain people is very beautiful. If you see me in photos and you see my eyes in the daytime, they are almost as light as gold. And then in the nighttime, they're like black as ebony, or like right now, because I just woke up. So that's a process of stasis. That's a whole rabbit hole. So we're not going to go there. But the fact that the body produces melanin and the blood plasma has the key to life, the antibodies hold that they, it's basically like lock and key situation. Your antibodies are the key, but then your bloodstream is the lock, if that makes any sense. And then there's a combination on top of that lock, like a vault. Oh my gosh, too much. Too much, right? So you have a vault box. That should be my picture thumbnail. I'm thinking about another thumbnail I said I was going to upload in another video, and I didn't upload the same description. I'm sorry, you guys. Anyways, it tells you I really think a lot. So the blood. If we are donating blood, it's not because the body has a shortage of, well, it could be the body has a shortage of blood, but they say that in general because no one would understand the process of melanin, the production of melanin. Melanin is what the body had already, it's like oh, it's kind of like if you buy a device that needs batteries, like AA batteries, for example, and it comes with it. So some people are a package of an item, a product that comes with the batteries already. And then there's this group of people who come with the batteries not included. So that's what we want to think in terms of the blood of Jesus. It was a term to remind us that not everybody has the melanin from his, whoever, whatever his origin, his bloodline is. The World Health Organization organizers, sorry, correct me, the organizers of the World Health, blah blah blah, they're the ones who would do the research and the genetic analyzation. They will find who and what blood plasma may have, I'm just saying allegedly, correlate itself to the real man, Jesus, and his bloodline. It's not saying let's find them and go kill them and off with their head. But I think all of that happen, affliction doesn't happen, death doesn't happen unless it is for a specific reason. Which is now I'm starting to understand why darkness is not evil. Because had he not been crucified, persecuted, beat up, and in my opinion, from what I studied, hung from a tree and then nailed after he died for his blood to drain. So, in reference to the hanging, allegedly, I compare that to black slavery. Black slavery, they were hung on a tree. Why? Because when a body dies out, it's you can't use anything. Organs, you can't. It's gone. Like everything is. It's not oxygenated. This is what I'm receiving. It's not oxygenated, but oh, dude. So I'm thinking about the current situation that we're in that I can't talk about on YouTube. But we all know the term. What the gentleman said. I can't breathe. It's all code, and the code says within the breath, you can find answers. The Statue of Liberty here in America, she has like that book, and I read this the other day, and we have to pay attention to that. And the book said, whatever the poem was, but it was like, "Give me your tired, your," and it had in the form of give like we know that I can't say it, but you know what I mean. Give me your life. Not give me your life. Give me your tired. What is that quote? Anyways, basically, it's a poem of the Statue of Liberty says like, hand it over. You're tired. Your the confusion. Your struggle. The people without homes. You're free to roam. Breath in the life. Something in that nature. Anyway, back on topic, and I'm almost done. We really, I find it fascinating that people of color are so important because I'm understanding why they would say Black Lives Matter. Because in code, in the form of the light work, we have the most melanin out of anybody. You heard the tap. Our melanin is constant. Like they don't understand why, but we know why. We are a star race. We're star beings. And it's not a matter of trying to find out where they are and kill them off. It's really like if I were the opposition, I were the evil enemy. Let's say if there was one. It's really cool to watch your enemy flourish and keep them close, right? That's what I do. People who have come against me, I'm just like, come here. And I don't find violence. I don't provoke violence with enemies. I actually try to be friendly with them to figure out what they're up to in their own bubble. So, long story short, my blood plasma being used to help people during a pandemic and a crisis, that was my indicator that that's probably what this whole situation is, the blood of Jesus, because it's the melanin. It's the melanin. The melanin, it can help some. It's the key to life. It's the bread of life. The bread of life. It's the bread of life. Mana comes from above, right? When you discern and you carry things in a positive vibration, we it helps the melanin. And I was telling a lot of people that honey every day, or as much as you can every day, or hot water with honey, instead of coffee. Here's like wisdom's work. I'm gonna call it wisdom's work. Hot almond milk with 2 teaspoons of honey instead of coffee. Try it for 2 days. Try it for 3 days. Let's be biblical. Try it for 3 days. Try it during this eclipse. Oh my God. This energy is so awful. And it's dark and cold. Did they use Jesus' blood to help melanate? I don't know. I don't know what they did with it. To people who, I don't know. We really don't know. But we have food. We have blood banks now. And so that makes me think that that's probably what blood of the lamb means, because a lamb so innocent, so pure, so humble, doesn't eat other animals, doesn't consume, it's not violent, right? And a lamb is always out in the land, not wandering. Some of them stray, but they are constantly consuming of the earth, from the earth, and giving back to the earth, the circle of life, right? You poop, then the grass grows, then you eat it. Then you poop again, and the grass grows, then you eat it. So I can see how blood of the lamb was very distinctive. It was selective. And then an animal being in the sun for long periods of time, like cows and horses or whatnot. That's why they call them livestock, because they live to stock your body. They live to stock the world. They're helping keeping the world going. The blood of the lamb is very significant because horses get a little wild. They get buck. Dun-dun-sh. And cows sometimes are a little bit self-absorbed, and they don't wander. They just stay in, they're a fixed sign. That's why I'm like, if I were to describe Aries as a animal, it would be a cow. Isn't there a bull for Aries? Anyways, so in conclusion, the melanin is very important, because the melanin is what gives people life. It gives, literally helps your antibodies, helps your chromosomes, helps your what's the word I'm looking for? Hold on, I almost got it. Stem cells. Helps your stem cell production. I don't know, lie, man. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. Bye.